So I thought I would maybe do a little tech tip today in relationship to magazines. So I don't know how many of you guys or gals, I think most of my viewers are like 99% guys, but I don't know how many of you guys do anything beyond adjusting a mag catch, assuming you have adjustable mag catch on your rifle. But how many of you actually adjust the feed lips on a magazine? And then if you're doing that, how many of you take dummy rounds? And I do this with all my calibers, sized brass with the exact bullet length that I'm going to load to. There's no powder in here. There's no primer. I actually have 10 of these. This is my 25 by 47. How many of you guys actually load up an entire mag and run it through, make adjustments, run it through again until this thing's running as flawlessly as you can? So I'd be curious to know down below, especially going through this video, how many of you all do this, but how many, or I guess if there's some of you that have other tips or techniques, and we'll I'll flip the camera around and we'll look at the 25 by 47 and the MDT chassis, and I'll kind of show you with a couple different mags. So this mag is a Accuracy International, so it's an AI AW, which these mags right now are kind of like unicorn dust. They do not exist for sale. I have this one. This is actually right now, because I only have one, swapping back and forth with the follower that comes with it. Plus I use this for my BR, my 6BR, and I have the HRD follower and spacer kit for this. So I've got this thing tuned out for that. So there's this one. The other one, I also have 10 and 12 round mags. So I and one of my buddies cannot get a MDT 12 round mag to run the 24 by 4 or 25 by 47 reliably. There's a similar indent on the MDT mag as this, and it catches the middle of the neck of the case and wants to bind up. So we figured out for the 25 by 47, this mag you can tune, and then these are what am I blanking? Accurate mags. This is a 10 round accurate mag. They also run really well. And then I have for my 12 round stages, I have a mag with I think this is the MDT follower. There's a longer follower that they have, and I believe this maybe is like a Area 419 mag extension. So I've got all of these to run really, really well. For those of you guys that don't know, all these mags are double stack mags, but this AIAW, if you guys aren't aware of these, they are a true double stack, as well as we'll say a true top feed, from the standpoint that you can put this guy in the feed lips and push it down. So just push it straight in, versus a traditional mag like this, that is a single top round hole where you have to essentially push the follower down and slide the round back in. So the advantage of these is they're significantly shorter, and so the reason I like this is when you're using front bag on a barricade, You're less likely to get mag interference when you're down in that. Like, the last thing you want to do is like get your rifle down in your bag and your mag is sitting on a hard surface. It is not going to recoil the same. It'll throw shots. So anything you can do to keep your mag off of a hard surface, that's ideal. So the AIAW. Hopefully someday they'll come back in stock. So we'll flip the camera around. We'll look at the rifle. All right. I'm going to do this part by hand just so I can get the camera kind of inside of here so you guys can see what's going on. So for those of you guys that don't know, a couple things about the MDT chassis, and then I'll talk about a couple others. The MDT chassis is inside of here. There's these, you can kind of maybe see them, get my finger out of the way. There's these white Delrin shims, I guess, for lack of a better term. I don't know if I can get it to focus on that, but you can kind of see them there that are in there. They're at the front and back on both sides, depending on your mags, which I haven't found a use case for any of my calibers yet not to use them. They will actually tighten up around the mag so that it doesn't shake as much side to side. They don't really help with the front to back. The front to back will be taken care of by your adjustable mag catch. So the little Delrin, that's one unique thing about the MDT. The other thing, which I think this is like one of the most understated I guess designs, there's just not a lot of conversation around it, is they do have this adjustable mag catch that's here. So you'll see that there's a screw at the front face. You loosen that one up, and then there's actually a screw, an Allen screw up under that hole right there. Maybe you can see it. Put my hand back there so you can see that screw. So it's actually, you adjust this mag catch up and down by adjusting this screw, and then this is just to tighten the actual adjustable mag catch back here. The ability to finitely dial in that catch to catch the back side of the lip on the mag right here is awesome. So get this to focus back out. So a couple things to look for. Get a little pointer here. So this one's already been adjusted out, but you're looking for, I'll drop this out. So you're looking for that feed lip. So you can see it on the back side of the case right there, to snug up as far into that action as possible. So you can see I have like no gap right here. All right, so that's kind of the first thing. It's continuous, it's flush. There's no back out. It actually just snaps right into that. You can see, like, see that? That thing is dialed in. And I did check it. It works for both the AI mag and the Accurate mag. The next thing to look for with your bolt, see if I can get this to focus in, is looking for how much pickup right here. So you see this is the bolt face. There's this outer lip on it. How much of that is catching the back of the round to strip it out of that magazine. So I can kind of push that back. See the difference of the bolt face. So I'm catching that full lip of that bolt face on the rim. And you'll watch, see how well I can do this. Maybe switch hands. Sorry for the shaky camera, but this is the only way I can really get it in close. to push it out. This is a push feed. It's not a control round feed. To push it out, up, and then in, right? And then try and stop the extractor from throwing it across the room. So I'll do a quick run through cycling these off, but those are the two major things that you're looking for. All right, so the Accurate mag is just a bit different. So remember the other one, it's essentially sitting 2 rounds up high. This one pinches at the center, so you're gonna have a bit more gap on this particular kind of mag. But you can see the only movement up is actually compressing the mag release that's here. And there is absolutely no down left in it. So these two mag catches are like dialed right with each other. And then the other thing, you can actually see this one sits up about twice as high compared to the bolt face. So it's really going to catch this. So like, you know, with this mag and this setup, it is always going to strip around. The only thing on a single feed mag like this is if you bind the rounds down in the magazine where that follower is not actually pushing them up, that is the only way it's not going to strip. But if this mag is working, that bolt is going to strip around out and send it home, right? So all right, so I don't know when you guys load a mag or right before you get it to put it in here, I always take the back of the mag, so where the brass is going to sit against it, and like tap it against something that pushes all the rounds back in the mag. You get that up in there. That's it. She's empty. Run perfect. Now I just have a bunch of non-loaded cartridges to find all over my floor. All right, so talked about some of the differences on the MDT chassis. The MPA chassis also has a adjustable mag catch. It is more coarse to make the adjustment on that catch, just due to the fact that you're trying to do it kind of based upon indicator lines, versus the MDT has, like, you know, you could go like 1/8 or quarter turns or half turns, whatever, with that bottom set screw. So you get a little bit finer tune, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, eventually you can get there with the MPA. The foundation stocks, you know, those take a different bottom metal, so it is really going to depend upon the bottom metal that you buy for those, because those just come inletted. You can obviously buy bottom metals. I have not tested any of the new foundation stock, so I'm not current with what they maybe are doing with the newest. I think they just released a Centurion that has some more weights in the forend, but I did want to talk about some tools, and there may be some other companies that make these, but I had this from Masterpiece Arms that way. It's a little, I think it maybe steel, aluminum block, something like that. I'm not sure what the material is. It's metal. And it's got this little slot you can see right there in it. Also, I'll talk about those precision tools in a second, but more or less what you do is you push your follower down, and then you can take that slot there, if you can see it, and you put it over and you're able to bend your feed lips kind of one way or the other. I've tried this in all different directions. You'll actually maybe see here, I'll show you one of the other ones. I do sometimes with this front corner right here, flare it out to open it. It takes a little, maybe see in this one better. You can maybe see that flare right there on both sides, just to slip the rounds out off that front corner. I'll even take a little file and sand the inside edges a little bit more smooth, just to help with the, I want to say, kind of that sharper cutting edge, reducing some of the friction on digging into the brass with those. So I really kind of fine-tuned this one in a bunch of different directions. The other thing that I did with this AI mag, I took pliers, and what I was trying to do is actually bend, we'll do it this way, bend this guy slightly in. So I was trying to push these a little bit further together to set it up in that MDT chassis to get as much of the back end of that case head on the bolt face to ensure that it strips off. So, you know, I pushed this down. I got this whole guy on there, so kind of down into the mag, and then bent it in to tighten this top opening in just a little bit further. So, you know, these are steel mags. You're not really gonna hurt them. You need to kind of fine tune this unless you're really working that metal back and forth and creating a heat that you would break these lips off. But you'd really have to be doing, in my opinion, something wrong with these. So thought I would share this. Fine tune your mags. Hopefully this is helpful. Anything you do to make your rifle run better, you should be doing. Don't forget, every once in a while, especially after dirty sanding matches, take the follower out. If you can take the bottom plate off or the follower pops out the top. These AI mags, I believe, are welded, so the follower tips up and you can take it out in the spring. Clean the inside of dirt out of there. That way the followers move freely. Service your mags here and there. So hope this helps. Like, subscribe. Appreciate you guys subscribing, getting my viewership up. Makes me want to make more videos. So hopefully these are helpful. Thanks all.